So this time we're a 1996 Volvo B10L. So this is a batch, actually to be honest, this is Brisbane City Council's very first disability access vehicle that they, or first type they purchased. These were actually, unfortunately, these got bandied around to a different company, this batch. Through various closures, they actually were, that was an APG?
Yeah, from memory.
Yeah, so it was APG, and then they folded, and then some of them had to be built at Ansair and Tamworth, and then, so there's basically 3 different bus builders for this same type of bus. They were also basically, they were the first air conditioned one, what was that?
Yeah.
They were the first batch.
Yeah, it was, there was a batch that went to Sydney too.
Yeah. So the funniest thing about this type of body in this bus is that they're actually still running in Sydney at this very point in time. The Orana, Ansair Orana type body, actually because they're having problems with the articulated buses down in Sydney, the brand new ones are falling apart. So already they've had to drag out these old ones that are actually basically as old as this, and they're still running them in service on certain routes. So we've actually, I went down to Sydney about a month or so ago, and some guys went down last weekend. All these photos of these things still running in service in Sydney. So long live, we'll call it. However, in Brisbane, this is basically the first batch of air-conditioned vehicles we actually back up. After many, many years of trying to have air-conditioned vehicles, this was the first time that air conditioning did happen. Unfortunately, it's not quite always works. This time we're just doing some trials on it as we speak to see if it'll work properly. It's not, but we'll see. We're trying to make it work again. The reason why it wasn't so imperative for the air conditioning to be working on this vehicle when we bought it is because it was actually spent its last years of life down the snowy mountains, so you really don't need air conditioning down the snowy. Actually, I think somewhere underneath here is actually an underfloor heater, so underneath one of these things I've been told. So that's an interesting aside that they've added to it. But you can also see the disability access. Now the reason why they've done it disability access is through this low floor axle. So literally there's no beam axle between the 2 front wheels. That's why the wheels, the tyres are actually literally right here. There's whole levels being sunk down. So that's why it's different to say, for example, a camper. The camper still has the axle going between the two wheels. This is basically like independent suspension. Is that fun?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's a fair question.
I know I wasn't there when we actually put it up in the air.
No, I was out every day. It was up in the air, so yeah. Exactly.